The foundation of our faith in Jesus rests on whether he rose from the dead or not. Here's 5 reasons to believe he did. Reason number 1 to believe Jesus rose from the dead was the precautions that the Romans took to secure the tomb. When Jesus died, the Jewish leaders knew that he had said that he would rise after 3 days. And so they went to Pilate and they told him this, and they asked him to secure the tomb. Otherwise, the disciples would come and steal the body. So they went to Pilate, and here's what Pilate said. "Take a guard," Pilate answered. "Go make the tomb as secure as you know how." So they went and made the tomb secure by putting a seal on the stone and posting the guard. Now, the guard was not just one soldier. It was between 10 and 30 Roman soldiers. And these guys, and they knew what they were doing. They knew how to secure a tomb. Can you imagine 10 to 30 Marines guarding a tomb and being able to get by them? I kind of doubt it. And the stone that they rolled in front of the opening of the tomb, depending on the type of stone and the size, could have been between 2,000 and 4,000 pounds. It's unimaginable. One or two people cannot roll that away and get by the soldiers to do it. And finally, they put a seal on the stone so they would know if it was broken. So in order for the disciples to get by the soldiers, break that seal and roll that stone away and take the body away without anybody see it is highly unlikely. Reason number 2 to believe Jesus rose from the dead was a change in the faith of the disciples. Before Jesus died, they were demoralized. They did not understand what was going on. They thought he was going to be their savior then. They didn't understand that he had to die and be resurrected in order to accomplish his work. So they were really demoralized. They were cowards. They were afraid. But after the resurrection, when Jesus appeared to them, their faith exploded. They realized what had happened and that he did rise from the dead. They became powerful evangelists, spreading the gospel, even to the point of death. They took their evangelism to the point of death. They were beheaded, they were crucified, they were stoned, and it's highly unlikely that they would have taken their faith to that point if they didn't actually see and believe Jesus had rose from the dead. Reason number 3 to believe Jesus rose from the dead was his post-resurrection appearances. Listen to what Paul recounts in 1 Corinthians 15. He appeared to Cephas. Now, Cephas was Peter, and then to the 12. After that, he appeared to more than 500 of the brothers and sisters at the same time, most of whom are still living, though some have fallen asleep. Then he appeared to James, then to all the disciples, and last of all, he appeared to me also, as to one abnormally born. Now, Paul specifically says that of the 500 people, most of them were still living. What he's saying there is, hey, I'm writing this to you. You can go and ask them yourselves. Ask them about Jesus appearing to them. So Jesus' post-resurrection appearances is reason number 3 to believe he rose again. Reason number 4 is the confirmation by secular resources. It would be one thing just to count on the Bible for the description and the detail of Jesus' resurrection, but there are resources outside the Bible that do confirm and corroborate it. Josephus was a non-Christian Jewish historian. Thomas Arnold, who was an English educator, whose prime famous work was The History of Rome, both corroborated. Now, they needed to have their facts down, or else their own credibility would be deteriorated. Also, some recent day fellas, namely Josh McDowell and Lee Strobel, both of them were atheists. Both of them set out to prove that the resurrection was a lie, and both of them, through exhaustive researches, came to the conclusion that it was not a lie, that it was the truth. Jesus rose from the dead. Both of them put their faith in Jesus and have gone on to become authors and pretty famous evangelists in their own right. The fifth reason is that the body was never found. If Jesus did not rise from the dead and if the body was not stolen, all the soldiers had to do was open the tomb and produce the body. The body was never found. That would have settled the argument once and for all, but the body was never found. Okay, so there are 5 reasons to believe Jesus rose from the dead. They are not the only 5. There are others, but I wanted to make it quick and give you 5 quick bullet points to strengthen your own faith and equip you to have conversations with other people about Jesus and when he rose from the dead. So, hey, like to hear comments from you about this or any other topics. I want to know what topics you'd like me to research and provide for you. If this is a blessing for you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you on my list to provide content to help strengthen your faith and give you content and encouragement for everyday living and living out your life in Jesus. God bless you, and we will see you again soon.